Hi, I'm Chuck Akins, Senior VP at j5create, and I'm happy to show you around the booth today and some of our very exciting new products. So the first product we have is our Streaming Station Pro, and what this allows you to do is allows any user to easily and quickly add streaming capabilities to consoles, PCs, multiple devices, works with all of the mobile gaming as well. And it's just a really easy,
can you operate it to show how it works?
Kind of way that you can really interact with different screens, different volumes for different channels. You can add your digital cameras, different multiple screens, multiple inputs. As you can see,
when I click here, for example, I can move around this part.
Yes.
And
so you're moving the screens around.
Smaller.
Correct.
And all these different controls.
Correct. So it really allows like a user to, really do a professional kind of environment when they're streaming. A lot more higher production quality and a lot more, just functionality to the streaming.
And this got a bunch of HDMI inputs?
Yes. So it has up to 3 inputs.
It has a Type-C for power maybe, and
Type-C for power, Type-C for cameras and other accessories as well. So you can see we have multiple cameras plugged in. So we have one camera here for this angle. We have another camera over there for that angle. And then we have our mobile gaming as well with our Asus ROG Pro.
And the HDMIs are inputs, but also outputs?
Correct. Correct. So you can do up to 3 inputs and 2 outputs.
And everything sends back to a computer to stream, or it streams directly from the device?
This would be streaming with the computer.
Right, so like OBS or something like that?
Yes, like OBS, yes. So we're actually a supporter of OBS as well.
OBS is amazing.
Yes, it is, I agree.
So what do we see here?
Yeah, so next we have our very popular docking station and mini hub line. So basically, our goal is always to make things smaller, quicker, faster, but also keep them cost effective. So what we have here is basically just a very small Type-C device that actually has 2 HDMIs out, gigabit Ethernet, and then when you flip it over, you have actually a 3 A's and 3 C's and a card reader as well. And then we obviously have our power delivery as well. And all of that functionality in a very small thing that's about the size of my hand. So it's very effective, very good for people on the go. Maybe you need full functionality even in your office and you go home and work at home some, and then you just have this with you.
What's good is that that the Type-C built-in is going to be the full performance to support and not mess around with your cables and not remember which one is the best and stuff.
Absolutely correct. And this is also the newest chipset. So this actually will do dual 4K at 60 hertz. Which is the last generation would have been 30 hertz, maybe one 4K, one 1080. The new chipsets allow for 2 4K full displays as well.
And also better maybe on the bandwidth?
Definitely better on the bandwidth. So this is utilizing the USB4 technology, so you can have up to 40 gigs of bandwidth as well.
Right. Available now?
It will be available by fall.
Is there a price for it?
Price has not been set quite yet.
And what's this one? These?
So this is one that is available now, and this is our new Flexport Cube. So you can see it's extremely small, but the functionality that's on here, so we have our 4K 144 hertz actually, which is much higher refresh rate than products available on the market now, but it also has 2 A's and 2 C's and a power delivery. So this is really a true travel adapter, right? So maybe students or teachers or you just work from home or anything that you would ever need any of these kind of extra ports, and you can just slide it in your pocket, in your bag really quickly and easily. And it also is very nice that it has the USB cable storage as well.
And the performance, how does it compare to this one and that one?
So basically this one is actually going to have a higher refresh rate, but it's only a single HDMI. Right, so this is dual 4K 60, whereas this is single 4K at 144 hertz. So if you have maybe a gamer or something and they're just using, they want the higher refresh rate, then this would work perfectly for that. Whereas if you're streaming or maybe doing office applications or any sort of media content creation, this would be a perfect fit.
Is it the same 40 gigabit per second also?
Yes. Yes.
Right. That's pretty cool bandwidth.
Yes, I agree. Okay.
Right.
And so now we'll go over here. And then next we have our brand new docking station. So j5create has been innovating docking stations for many years, but what we have now is our new power base, which basically, as you can see on the back of it, so one big thing is this has the full power built in. So up to 180 watts of fully built-in power with the wall into the wall. But we also have our dual 4K HDMIs, USB hubs, as you can see, with a 10 gig port, and then our 5 gig ports for the USBs. Gigabit Ethernet right here. And as you flip it around, we have a card reader on the side.
Fast card reader?
Yes, very fast card reader. I'm not exactly sure what the speed is, but we will have that on our marketing for sure.
Yeah.
And then we have more USB ports. The 10 gig port, 27 watt, 18 watt for fast charging applications. Combo audio jack, so you can have your headset, microphones, any things of that nature. And then we actually have a USB 3.2 port with the 10 gig on the USB-A as well.
And this one is just going to charge your MacBook at a fast speed?
Correct.
Like the 100 watt or something?
180 watts.
So even in one cable, the whole 180?
Correct.
Right.
Correct. So I think that's the benefit of getting, instead of using the traditional dock would be power delivery, this one is actually a built-in with the barrel plug, so that you get much more power directly plugged into the wall instead of having multiple, power devices along the way. So this is a very
good to optimize that you do both the data, video outputs, and fast charge and all in one.
Yes, all with one single USB cable, USB4, so it still has the full 40 gigabit speed. And it's just a great solution for someone maybe that has a lot of monitors, that has a big desk, in your office, something like that. Enterprise solutions. It's a very good solution for that. The enterprise models also have Kensington locks for security as well.
All right. And here's this Thunderbolt. This is Thunderbolt dock.
Yes, we have our Thunderbolt line right here. So the one that she's actually holding is our external graphics card. So what that allows you to do is basically have a Thunderbolt 5 port that you plug it in, and you could actually add a NVIDIA graphics card, an AMD graphics card, or an Intel graphics card right into that. So maybe you have an older laptop and it's not the best on the graphics. You can add this, and it will automatically improve the quality of your device.
Thunderbolt 5.
Correct.
That's even more bandwidth. Is it 80 now?
120 gigabits.
Oh wow.
Yes. quite fast. And this model specifically actually is also has a dock. So you can see that we have our HDMI port, display port, 10 gig ports, as well as our barrel plug-in and Ethernet. And then obviously on the front we have our Type-C ports also. And then, as mentioned, there's actually a graphics card in here. So it's really helpful for that.
So you put the graphics card, like
correct,
some kind of cool NVIDIA in there?
Yes, definitely. Okay, next we have our Apple Screencast Mini. This actually works for on computers, on Android, on Apple iPhones, and you can see it's just this little device right here, and you flip the on switch, and then you can see up here on this screen, it's just wirelessly casting it. Plug and play, there's no software, there's no drivers, there's no applications, you just plug it in and it's cast it immediately. There's no latency, as you can see. Works perfectly. It will play video, audio, all of these different things, all with just a quick cast, which is very popular right now for education. Very important for teachers because they're always having to share with their smart boards and their screens. So in the US, especially with the education, we have a lot of school districts who are looking after these solutions. So J5 is a good one for multiple wireless transmissions as well. So we've built some of these specifically for education, to where they're plug and play devices peer-to-peer, so that you don't have to have an external network, because obviously the teachers are not IT people, and we need to make these products as easy to use as possible. To lessen the burden on that. So we've created a fully enclosed peer-to-peer solution for wireless HDMI that really works well for the education sector.
Are you using DisplayPort output or the display link, or do you have a trick to get the signal from? This is the new 15 Type-C iPhone, right?
Yes.
And this is one that supports video output?
Correct.
You don't have the display link implementation?
No, so this is actually our own chipset that we make ourselves. So it's basically, all J5 chipsets and models with our very close partners that we exclusively use for our manufacturing.
So does that mean you also have the receiver in the screen?
Yes, so there is actually a receiver back here. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see. Maybe you can get the camera back there. but there actually is an HDMI receiver with a USB that just provides for the simple power, and you just plug the HDMI cable in there and it automatically works. There's no setup or anything of this nature.
But what do you call it? AirPlay? AirPlay is the Apple thing, no?
Correct. AirPlay is Apple, so it does work with AirPlay as well. As you can see actually right here, it works with AirPlay, it works with Miracast, which would be more like an Android or a Chromebook kind of solution. DP alt mode, HDMI. So it basically is set up to be able to, use new devices, old devices, all flawlessly, with minimal, technical knowledge. There are, you can use AirPlay, you can use these devices, but sometimes you have to set up networking and you have to set up, a lot of different settings and things, and we're just trying to make things simple for the consumer so that they can just plug and play and go.
Just have to check that your device supports video output.
Correct.
So not the iPhone 14, but 15 is okay.
Yes. Any iPhone with Type-C port will be compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. And there was maybe
one more with the GaN charging. So this is our new 380 watt GaN charger. So obviously we've all seen, a lot of these GaN ports and all of these kind of things on the market. What we've been noticing is that there's a lot of families that have multiple devices. Maybe you have a phone, your children have phones, tablets, devices, cell phones, everything is on the, USB-C power these days. So we wanted to have a device that maybe you could charge 4 or 5 devices at the same time. And that's what this
240 in the top slot.
Correct.
And then it goes to 140, 140, 20, 20.
Correct. So the top slot would be for like a, gaming laptop, any amount of power that you might need for 240 watts. The next one would be 100, the next two would be 140. So this would be more like the MacBook Pro specification. So that it would charge the full fast charging on Apple devices and things like that. And then you have your 2 bottom ones that are set up to fast charge for tablets, cell phones, things like that. And then of course we have our 22.5 watt.
So that's the highest I've ever seen.
380 watts. It's a lot of power.
Is it highest in the market?
Yes. I don't know if I can make that statement, but I do know that we are launching this in the U.S. market.
It's the highest you've got.
It's the highest we have. Yes. Absolutely.
Nice.
And it's you can feel the quality. It's very nice. It's not too heavy, but it's, has some nice weight to it.
This thing.
And then it has the nice stand with it as well.
Yes. And there's some other GaN, but smaller
And then of course,
ones, right?
one thing I also would love to show is that something that we've engineered for this year is everybody has seen the, more traditional GaN chargers like this, right? So you flip the switch out, you plug it into the wall, and you're good to go. The issue with that is that these things can weigh a lot and they can fall out or something like that because it's only 2-prong. So we've had a lot of customers over the years tell us that they'd love a solution. So we actually worked with some of our close partners and developed an adapter that looks just like this, very simple adapter. And all it does is it adds an extra 6-foot cable so that you can actually set this on your desk, on your counter, on your kitchen, whatever you want to do.
Does it fit any in the world or just your brands?
It will be compatible with any brand that is compatible size-wise. Right?
So it just fits in.
So as long as another brand is of the same size, then this would work.
All right. That's great.
Yes.
It's great to have fast charge. All right. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much.
But thank you so much for visiting the booth, and reach out to us at j5create.com if you have any questions or if we can help you with anything.